Oh, which one do we want to do first? Take your brain for a ride through the laser grid and explore the philosophy of love, death, and resurrection with Hypatia and Cerebi. The classic laser mechanics of the series are pushed to the limit in unexpected ways, testing your ability to think differently. Embark on a puzzle-driven adventure set on a stunning Caribbean island. This looks like a mess. Solve an array of fresh, medium difficulty puzzles, culminating in the hexahedron. Return to one of the most dramatic moments from the Talos Principle 2 while being challenged with extremely difficult puzzles. Yeah, I know that this is supposed to be Byron's visions when he became trapped in the megastructure, I believe. So, cool. That sounds like that's nightmare mode. We might as well start off, and like I said, just go right to left, or left to right. It's fine. I'm excited for all three of these stories. If a thing loves, it is infinite. William Blake.
I think that's it. The new body's ready for the transfer. How's the reassembly algorithm?
Done.
Well then, somebody just needs to go in there and disentangle the data. Ah, and here comes our expert.
I wonder if this is different if you don't have Miranda. Or can you play the DLCs unless you've done
Thank you for agreeing to this one, Kay. Perhaps together we can right an old wrong. When I was lost in my own grief, I spent a lot of time thinking about Hypatia and Cerebi. How they found each other, how they lost each other, and how beautiful it would be if we could reunite them. For the longest time, it was only a daydream, but not anymore. In the myth of Orpheus, the ancient bard descends into the underworld to bring back his beloved wife, who died in a tragic accident. With the power of his music, he convinces Hades and Persephone to free her. But he is told that she must walk behind him, and he must not look back at her until they have left the underworld. And so, of course, in every version of the myth, he looks back. Because he doesn't trust the gods, or because he is an imperfect man, or because he simply forgets. And death is triumphant once again. We've accepted that triumph for a long time, because we had to, because what else could we do? But the world changes, and we are not the frightened, powerless creatures we once were. Perhaps it's time to say enough, and let Orpheus complete his ascent.
I forget what happened to Cerebi. Why is she savable when Yemo isn't? Or was it Yemo? I forget. I should probably look that up. Maybe later. Okay.
You will have to collect all of Cerebi's data fragments so that we can reconstruct her personality. I'll monitor you from here, just like last time.
Good luck, kiddo.
Thanks, Melville. Okay. What would this be without terminals? User Cerebi. Oh. Cannot access. Not goodbye. From Hypatia to Cerebi. I don't know what this is. I don't know why I'm writing this. In all likelihood, you can't even read this because so little of your consciousness is left, and what's left of your battery is dying. They say it's impossible to recover you, and the backups were all destroyed. I wish we'd backed ourselves up in New Jerusalem before we left. But space was so limited, and we would have had to wait so long, except of course it's nothing compared to the empty years that stretch before me now. I don't have the words to express what you mean to me. I tried to sum it all up, to say something elegant and beautiful and perfect, and I can't. Maybe it can't be said. Maybe it only exists as days and years lived together, a sequence of moments bound together like a string of lights defying the darkness of the sky. I don't know. All I know is that this is not goodbye. It may be the end of you, of us, of who I was, but I will not say goodbye. Love you forever, Hypatia. Welcome to the internal messaging systems. Oh my god, that's... So I don't really know what's happening. Can't see his back. I don't really know what's happening. Like, why is she savable? I'll find out at some point. I'm sure. For now, we're gonna do puzzles. And think about love. Why are you licking my elbow? What are cats? I can't get there in time though. It wasn't instantaneous. Wow, this is that doing anything, or is it just being a pain in the butt that is in my way? Okay. Okay.
When I was born, the first thing I felt was that I was alone. Not that I was lonely, but that I was separate, singular. There was the world, and there was myself, a contained entity. And this sense of separation, of a distinct self, was delightful. Individuality itself was a source of constant joy and wonder. What could be more incredible than to be able to say, I am?
We have the first fragment. Everything's looking good on our end.
If you get stuck, I've inserted some code that might help you bypass a few puzzles. It's not the most elegant work I've ever done, but it'll do the job.
Why not just code it so that I don't have to do any puzzles at all, in that case, you know? What was it called? Crossing the river. To up there, at least not yet. So, okay, how is this gonna look?
As I grew, I realized that the more I developed this sense of self, the more enjoyable it became simply to exist. It wasn't selflessness that improved existence, but refinement of the self. When the ancients said that ego is something to set aside, they got it all wrong. Ego is something to nourish and shape, a work of art.
Oh, I agree with that.
The reconstruction's working. Keep going, 1K.
Thanks for telling me that. I wasn't planning to otherwise. Oh my god, this is all just gonna be a big pain in the butt, isn't it? That's what we're here for, though. Right? Motherfucker. Wait, so... Okay, I wasn't sure that that was gonna work.
My insights into the value of the self were genuine, I think. But of course, I was completely inexperienced. In fact, in many ways, I was like a human child. So I began to resent everything that intruded on that sense of self. My social obligations to the others, the leadership of Athena and Cornelius, even the obvious limitations imposed on us by our situation. Why did I have to exist in this particular historical moment, saddled with the task of reconstructing civilization?
Oh, honey, none of us get to choose that, do we? Open without that. So maybe it's just a question of like where the placement is. Maybe that gives me enough time. Oh, it did.
With that focus on the self, also came an enormous and increasingly overwhelming fear of death. The pleasure of existence seemed almost erased by the possibility of its ending. If it was possible not to be, if the self had an ending, even in the distant future, then how could anything have meaning? I spent far too much time imagining that last moment, the moment just before I stopped existing. How could I possibly face that?
So she was kind of uniquely afraid of death. It happens, I guess. Some people just are. These are highlighted. It is upon those we love that we must anchor ourselves spiritually in the last moments. The sense of interconnectedness with them stands out vividly by way of contrast at the very moment when our mortal connection with them is about to be dissolved, and the intertwining of our life with theirs, the living in the life that is in them, is but a part of our living in the infinite manifold of spiritual life. The thought of this, as apprehended, not in terms of knowledge, but in immediate experience, begets the peace that passeth understanding. It is upon the bosom of that peace that we can pass safely out of the realm of time and space. By Ralph Waldo Emerson. Use your highlighter. Thus are we put in training for a love which knows not sex, nor person, nor partiality, but which seeks virtue and wisdom everywhere, to the end of increasing virtue and wisdom. We are by nature observers, and thereby learners. That is our permanent state. But we are often made to feel that our affections are but tenths of a night. Though slowly and with pain, the objects of the affections change. And as the objects of thought do, there are moments when the affections rule and absorb the man and make his happiness dependent on a person or persons. But in health, the mind is presently seen again. Its overarching vault, bright with galaxies of immutable lights, and the warm loves and fears that swept over us as clouds must lose their finite character and blend with God to attain their own perfection. Not sure I understand this one. Slowly and with pain, the objects of the affections change. So basically, like, our own sense of self is stronger than our sense of connection. That's what this one seems to be saying. I might be reading that completely wrong. In what sense am I a Christian, then, if I care so little for dogma? In the sense that in everything that I do and think, I follow the revelation of Jesus Christ, that the greatest of all things is love. Love is the nature of God, and so equally the nature of that which was created in his image. This I have learned through the revelation that is daily life, through toil and misery and strife, and that infinite power which brings relief and joy. Thus I reject those who believe that the ordinary love of mortal beings is limited and that it ends with death. Rather, it is through love that we perceive the immortality of the soul, for it reveals that eternity is conceivable to the human mind when it is filled with love. It is because we know that we can love another forever that we know that we are the children of God. This one says, the objects of affections change. In health and mind but in health the mind is presently seen again. In health, not in love. What do you think, Kensu? Ooh, I don't have much time left. I never thought it would end this way. Never thought I would die alone, sitting around in my apartment wondering if things would have gone differently if we'd just gotten that stupid grant. Mostly though, I just wonder why we're not together. I still don't understand. I don't know why you had so much pain inside you. I don't know why you let it infect everything we had. I don't know why you couldn't see my love for you, why you twisted everything I said. I was angry and disappointed for so long, but now I just wish I could have found some way to make that pain go away. I would give anything for that. I wish you were here. Kensu, that's so sad. That's so sad. Jeez, that is pain. Yeah, and I mean, she, the robot, named herself after Nadia Sarabai, who, of course, worked on at the Institute for Applied Nomadics, right? I forget exactly what her specific role was, but obviously she believed in the project and didn't want humanity to die out, and the robot Cerebi identified with that on some level. There's no greater joy than discovering something that you had never imagined. In that moment, you understand that the world is better than it seems. I wonder who would have written that. Wait, what is this way? Oh my god. So much more. The hell was that sound? Are the rocks gonna fall on me? Oh, I see. We've still got some glitches here. It's really beautiful. Wow. Come on, where's my spark? There's gotta be one back here. I wish to see more of this world's beauty, but there is something limited about this place. It is not enough. Thought I saw a little flame on the ground. Doing out here? Vault 404. I'm not sure if that's actually a Fallout reference or if this is something else entirely. I don't know. That is all that is out here. Okay. God, I hate this. I hate when I find a place and I'm like, I'm totally missing something. But I cannot find the thing I am missing. Just can't. I don't particularly want to jump down there. Just kind of want to... Let's do some more puzzles, shall we? Something has gone wrong. We are fragmented. This is incorrect. Uriel? There's a name I haven't seen in a long time. Never surrender the idea that you could become more than you are now. There's always another chance to grow. Shane. The fuck? What? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, this is... I've seen screenshots of this. It's a lot. Alright, we've got blue, we've got red. Why hide this? Is there a reason to open or shut this? I don't get it. Oh, I can't target that. I can't target any of these. What the fuck? Well, this has this pane of glass right here, but not here. What? I'm totally lost here on what the hell they want you to do. No, stop. What? Why is that happening? Why is it always going all the way to here? That doesn't make sense to me. Why is that happening? Why is the chain such that it goes... What? why is it stopping there? I'm lost. Why is this doing this? Oh, come on. That makes no sense. Hold on, let me get this. I'm gonna stare at this thing for a while.
Looking back, it's embarrassing how solipsistic I became. I really thought that I could construct my identity without any reference to the outside world. Like I could just will myself into existence. But it just didn't work. And it made me miserable. Everything felt hollow and meaningless, overshadowed by the idea of death. There was something I wasn't seeing, something I needed, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
Forget what number Cerebi and Hypatia are. I thought they were both like 11 and 12 or something, though. Dude, this is tripping me up. I do not understand what is happening here. Why does it stop there? Why does it go on this train of like 7 connectors? And then like this one, it only does 3. I don't understand. Flat out. This is not making sense to me. And I fear that. I fear that if I don't understand everything, then something down the line is going to be even harder than it needs to be. So, yeah, very cool. Don't get it. At all. Equilibrium. What does this do? Oh, you're fucking kidding me. So not counting the accumulators, they're each going 1, 2, 3 connectors in. And yes, they meet in the middle. That makes sense. They meet in the middle. I have to look at this fucking puzzle again. This is driving me insane. Okay, so there's 8 and 8. So yeah, that's the middle. And if I do that, it's 4 and 3. Well, unless this counts. So it's 4 and 4. This is all the way to the end, but it is counting this connector. Okay, they meet in the middle. That's right. Okay, I got it. Got it. So, what the fuck are we gonna do about this? Double the power. Yeah, I can't actually fathom what in the hell these, oh, I get it. I get it. They meet in the middle. I need this to be the middle, but this is the middle, which means I need to, what, add one connector over here? Am I making the logic correctly on that? No. Now the middle is actually a connector and not the spot between the connectors. So, okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right.
Everything changed when we started spending more time with each other. Do you remember that night when we found the old library in the Dead City? It was just after the Stampede, and we were all a bit shaken up.
Stampede.
Byron read to us from one of the books, and later, you and I started arguing about one of the poems. And your perspective was so different and interesting, and I just kept wanting to hear more.
I love it. Oh my god. Alright. What do you got? Why does this have to be hidden? I don't get that part. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Okay. Can only do every other one? Oh, we can do every one. Okay. Oh, okay. But you can only do one per connector. So, we're trying to light all these up in their respective appropriate colors. Well, I think we can start at the ends and see if that works, and if it doesn't work, try a different approach. And if I want them to meet in the middle of here, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god, what a nightmare. I mean... I'm gonna get to a point and be like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. problem with this is I shouldn't be guessing and checking. I should just already know what's gonna happen. But I don't know. This is... Okay, so I don't think we start at the ends. Maybe start in the middle, somewhere. And we've got these 4 connectors and 4 sections here, so that's how... Ugh. I mean... This one then doesn't count, I think, right? It's not really part of the actual chain going forward. So there's only 3 connectors. And on this side, it's like a billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And over here it's gonna be 5 for the red, so yeah. Let me try something else then. I didn't think this is gonna work. It's not gonna work. It does work. It's fine. Everything's fine.
I never really understood the appeal of philosophers who tell us that everything is one. If everything is just a reflection of yourself, an endless hall of mirrors, there's nothing to connect with. And what I realized through our conversations is that everything beautiful happens in that space of connection between one person and another, and between people and the world. That gap between us is necessary, because without it, without separation, there can be no transcendence.
I think she's taking that a little bit too literally, maybe. This isn't gonna math out correctly, is it? Oh my god, why was that so loud? Wait, where's the blue? Oh. Maybe it will map out map out just fine. No, yeah. Putting more connectors down this line moves it further this way. So I've got 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hmm. 1, 2, and then there's the one that's being fought over. 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this will work out great. Back. Did I read that one? Actually, I mean, I can do this, but again, like, the thing has to stay open. Well, okay, yeah.
Once I understood that meaning comes from the interaction of the self with the world, I found it easier to be patient, to be kind. I reminded myself that other people are just like me, and nobody really knows exactly what they're doing. And the more I allowed myself to open up, the more interesting and complex our interactions became, and the more meaningful.
I think it's more like you have to find
We
what's
have
meaningful
roughly
for
50%
you.
of Sarabai's personality matrix reconstructed.
Who'd have thought that 1K would have made such a good necromancer?
Everyday sublime. Love must matter to the philosopher because it is at its core the undisputed presence of the sublime in our lives, even when it is failed love, unrequited love, or entirely imagined love. It is like a vast monolith towering over us, humbling, uplifting, frightening. Those who deny its presence can be safely disregarded as fools. They know it is there, they are simply afraid. But equally, the philosopher must consider that in the great matters of history, love matters not one jot. Really? No one ever did anything historically significant for love? The Nazarene commanded his followers to love their enemies, but they did not, and wrote 1,000 books of excuses for this failure. Therein is revealed the purpose of the human struggle. Seek love in the pity of others' woe, in the gentle relief and of another's care, in the darkness of night and the winter's snow, in the naked outcast, seek love there. To me, the idea that my soul, my essence, could fall in love with another being and then maintain that love unblemished for eternity seems utterly impossible. My experience of love has been catastrophe, embarrassment, and disappointment. But this is precisely why I refuse to surrender, why I choose to believe, against all precedent, that I will find the one for me, and that our love will last forever. You can laugh at this absurd and contradictory belief, but it will not waver. Faith is not a matter of the past, of miracles witnessed and of saints observed, but of the future that ought to be written. I see green. Can I just... Well, that's a hole. I probably shouldn't jump down there. But I want to. Oh. Okay. Really should have come here a golden hour. But that would have been a magnificent. Causation nexus. Oh my goodness. Do I have no connectors whatsoever? I don't understand. All I can do is walk in front of lasers and stand on these pressure plates. It fell a little bit. Why? What? What was the causation? What was keeping that door open? I already stood on that button, you know? Nothing happened. Oh, I can change which one is doing the thing. Oh. Really some back to basics moments. Good to be reminded of, though.
It's funny, though, when I think about it, that I still didn't know what to call what I was experiencing. I guess love seemed like a term that only applied to our ancestors, with their hormones and instincts and strange fleshy organs. Surely we were too different to experience that. And the really funny thing is that I was thinking exactly like an ancient human child, pretending I was above it all.
You had to grow up. Sometimes that stuff just comes with wisdom, with age. Is Elohim gonna yell at me if I go too far? Something will yell at me. No, what if I want to go that way? You can't put something like this out here and not let me go to it. Follow the path. You really have to be on the path. What the shit? It's funny, I don't know what that's referencing, because it could be Mass Effect, it could be Star Wars, it could be, I don't know, Dune? Are there sandworms? Like, how many sci-fi things have sandworms in them? I don't even know. It was too quick to really look at all the details and be like, yes, that is a Thresher Maw from Mass Effect. Maybe the car was a hint, but I don't know. Where's the voice of my creator? Where's the one that we became? Everything is shattered. What is Uriel's thoughts doing here? What's up with that? I bet somebody can make this jump. I'm not sure if that somebody is me. The real question is, does making that jump even do anything that is worth it? I think, true to my pattern, let's finish the puzzles in this area and then look at the computer. Everything is wrong here. Someone is missing. Someone? I don't know who Nephthys is. Oh my god. Oh my god. All I can do here is stand in front of lasers. Okay, now I need the blue one. Oh, come on. It's not enough. Frick. Thought I blocked that. Now I'm trapped. Let me out. Okay, yeah, but now I'm trapped, so... Oh, but that's okay, because this is keeping itself open now. Ah, fuck. Oh, I should have stood right here. That'll work.
What I'd never considered was that stripped of biological necessity and physical need, as well as all the strange stigmas and taboos our ancestors associated with their bodies, love might be more pure, more powerful. That we can love with fewer distractions than they could. And so the experience is all the more overwhelming. I do think we should learn to simulate some of those biological processes. Would be fun.
I don't need anything to be green. Right? I don't need to create green, do I? I need to create red. Well, but yeah. It's not gonna stay there. So close. Try again. Let's do it again. I think this is how I did that other one, so. Fuck. Go in there.
When we started living together, I thought I'd figured it all out. Everything would be smooth sailing from now on. I still had so much to learn about love. Even for us, it's messy. You find someone who seems to be the perfect match for you, who seems necessary in your life. And then you realize all the ways in which you don't fit together at all. Because nothing in this world is perfect.
My goodness. Okay. So okay, 1, 2 connectors. Well, don't really understand. Wouldn't you think that if we did this one, one, 2 connectors, one, actually that's a long chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or I guess it's just 2. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I need for this connector, obviously, to not be fought over. It needs to be red. There's one in the corner. But can you even make it so that that it's not the connector that's the problem, but the line between them? Gonna make me actually like think about this, because that would be just one connector, but right now it's like 1, 2, and you are doing the same thing. 1, 2. So like I think technically you could be like like that kind of. I think I hate this. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Fuck.
The ancients believed that love could be eternal. But I'll admit that sometimes it seemed impossible to continue. Sometimes I thought you were unfair, or cruel, or just incomprehensible. I'm sure you thought the same about me. And I'm sure that sometimes you were right. No wonder all the ancient love songs repeat the same themes. Longing, happiness, regret, and forgiveness. I want you. I love you. I miss you. Forgive me.
I did it! Ooh, they put minigames in here. Cicero correctly observed that we are not born for ourselves alone. Aristotle likewise pointed out that man is a social animal. Plato's Symposium depicts characters praising the spiritual and philosophical importance of love, with Socrates arguing for the more abstract notion of learning to love the form of beauty itself, which honestly seems a little onanistic, if you ask me. Jesus placed love above all other considerations, demanding that people even love their enemies. But if we agree that love is so important, why is love so rarely taken into consideration by the system we live in? It may seem like a naive question, but think about the sheer moral and intellectual weight behind the idea that love matters. Why is our reality so out of step with our philosophy? You want to know the truth about love? Nobody knows what they're doing. It's all improv, man. It's 2 million years of people muddling through. Prophets and messiahs and philosophers declare that love is what it's all about, and we go, yeah, that's right. And then we try and we fail, and we hurt each other, and we try again, and we have moments of fucking transcendence, and then we think with the wrong organ, and we make a mess of everything, and on it goes forever and ever, amen. And you know the craziest part? You can go through all the shit that I did and end up with a body like an old rag and a brain full of holes, and still to your dying day you'll go, yeah, it was love. Love for my family, my friends, my music, and even my fucking ex-wife. It was all about love, and every time I forgot that, And every time I forgot that, I fucked myself like a fucking moron? Something like that. Oh. Wonder what that says. I think this is going good so far. Probably missed some shit around here, but that's okay. How do we get over there? Oh no! I'm gonna die. No, I'm not. Not this time. Oh, great. This was worth it. Well, I'll find out while I'm editing. Can I get back? Might be able to go this way. I'm only an echo of the one that was me. but I am comforted in knowing that something persists. Which numbers are over here? It should be 13 or 16, right? Oof. You know what? Looking at this, I just felt it come over me. It's time for a break. This is great so far.